Can you hear my music? Is it too much?
Should be good. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the interview with the Pink Power lady, Susan Dawson. She teaches. Oh, we have feedback here. Sorry. Uh-oh. I don't know how to move that. Okay, well, we'll just cancel that one. Haven't figured that one out. We'll just cancel that one because we had feedback going on. So the Pink Power lady, Susan Dawson, in the beautiful Kelowna, Okanagan area. And she's going to tell us today how she keeps her clients fit and healthy after 45. Yeah. So we're very excited to have her. Welcome.
Thanks, Kyla. I'm happy to be here.
Great. So can you share your personal journey and what led you to become a health and fitness coach, specifically focusing on women aged 5+?
Sure. Gosh, it started a long time ago. I'm 55 now, and I had moved to Campbell River on Vancouver Island, and I love dancing and I love music, and went to my very first, when I was 19, went to my very first aerobic class. Back then in the 80s, that was aerobics was a big thing, right? You remember that, Kyla? And so yeah, I went to it and I absolutely fell in love with it and started to go to classes all the time. And even when I moved to different cities, I joined gyms and was right in the front of the classes. Even the instructors would call me out and make me be, the Energizer Bunny, and they'd bring the class down. So people that wanted to up their game would look at me and watch me. And then they were like, why aren't you doing this? I'm like, yeah, why aren't I? It just started to become a passion. Yeah, it started to become a passion for me. So yeah, I started getting all the schooling that I needed to become a fitness instructor, a class instructor, and a personal trainer, and started to help people and realized how great this was to help people and to see people getting past pain and moving better and feeling better and just the whole holistic part of it. So yeah, I just started getting my own business going, and it's just gone from there. And I niched myself into the 45+ group. I find that's important because being 55, and I know I don't look 55. I want to share that with other women.
Right. Nice. And so what are some unique challenges that women in this age group may face when it comes to health and fitness, and how do you address them in your coaching?
Some of the issues that I don't know if this, if you can relate to this, but again, some of us women are, again, when we get to these ages, 40s and 50s, we forget that we're not 20 anymore, and we go to these classes and these younger kids are there and we want to keep up with them, and then we burn our legs out or whatever. And so I love to get those ladies and slow them down and let them know that no, our bodies are different. We're not, maybe in our minds we're still in our 20s, but our bodies certainly aren't, and we need to treat them differently than when we're in our 20s. Yeah. A lot more respect.
And so how do you tailor your fitness program to accommodate the special needs of that age group?
Well, every body is different. It's really about listening to what their needs and what their goals are and what they may have already gone through and what their struggle is. So again, it's really, really listening to my clients and my ladies to find out, again, what their needs and how I can specifically then help them. Again, everybody's different.
For sure.
So, yeah. So tailoring, again, it just depends on the person and again, their goals and wants. And again, a big passion of mine, I watched my parents really go down that awful road of, not being well and not moving well anymore. And so I love to help that generation be able to get down on the floor and play with their grandkids and then get back up again. That's
right. And not have to have a backup plan for getting up off the floor.
Getting up. Or standing there over the grandkids going, hi, I'd love to play with you, but
you're a long ways away.
Yeah.
Right. And so what role does nutrition play in your coaching approach, and how do you guide women in making sustainable and healthy dietary choices?
A lot of it has to do with real food. And again, every body's different in how that food um, intake is in their own bodies. I play around a little bit and we, find out what foods they like, what they don't like. And again, whole foods are the biggest things, your fruits, your veggies, your proteins, your grains, just educating them because some aren't as educated, which is really important. And again, goals. You can't work out just to eat junk food. That just doesn't work, right? So it's eating for your body and eating to fuel your body. So again, it's a big education for them to understand. No, your body's a temple and we need to put the right things in it. And
Right.
putting that right stuff in it can help fuel your body for the day. And again, we're also fueling the brain.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of education, a lot of sitting down with them and again,
Mhm.
figuring out what they like, what they don't like, and then putting a plan together
Right.
for them.
And so how do you approach the mindset and motivation in your coaching to help them stay committed to their health and fitness goals as they continue to age?
I put a lot of fun and humor into my workouts and into what I do. That helps people keep going. I'm not a not a huge serious person, so when there's that humor and that little bit of give and take and some grace, people tend to like that a little bit more than having this strict diet. And again, diets don't work.
Mhm.
Let me re-say that diets work for a short period, right? You need to fit into that dress, you go on a diet. It's not sustainable though. So showing them what is sustainable and how to eat properly and sustain that diet, so to speak, or lifestyle, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what advice do you have for women in the 45 age group or age plus age group that are just starting in their fitness journey and are hesitant to begin?
Um, if they're hesitant, reach out to someone that, a professional that does know that age group and knows how to maneuver them through all the changes that are happening and that's coming at them. I mean, I was one of the ones that thought, menopause isn't going to bother, it's not going to hit me. Boy, it hit me like a brick on the side of the head. And so I know that journey and I know what it's like and now what to do through that menopause and when the body's changing and I've tried all the, try this, try that. So I've done a lot of that. So just helping them through that. And again, reaching out, I think is the biggest thing. Talking to other women that may be around that age and asking them what they may have done
Right.
is really important.
Okay. And in your experience, how does the holistic approach to health and fitness contribute to overall well-being for women in this dynamic?
I think it's important. I'm quite holistic with, I know that the Western medicine has its place. However, it hasn't worked for me a lot. And I know a lot of other women would rather go more the holistic or the natural approach. So going that way, your body knows what to do with it. It knows how to break it down properly. A lot of synthetic chemicals and that stuff, the body doesn't know what to do with. So being more on that holistic approach and knowing what you're actually putting in your body can make a difference, even for your mind. It knows what it's doing and you just feel better.
Right. Hmm. Can you highlight some success stories you've had with women you've coached and the positive impact that it had on their health and well-being?
Yeah, there's one in particular. I love this lady. um, she came to me. I want to say that she's about 6 years older than me. So when I met her, she was turning 50. So I was still in my 40s. And she saw me and I was in Nanaimo, and she saw me at an event and kind of looked at me. And I knew her friend, and she said to her friend, "Who is that? I need to know who that is because I want to look like her." And so I got her as a client. She was quite boxy. Her body was boxy. And so she came to me. First thing I did was help her with pain. I got rid of pain, but she was quickly known as my princess client. Love her to death, but she'd never really done anything physical in her life. They did a somersault to get her to get through gym. So getting her to move and giving her that education and getting her out of pain was huge for her. And I got her from a size 12 down to a size 4. It took a little bit, but her
Wow.
body just responded. And she still prances around to this day. And I think she's in her 60s now, and just
Wow.
just very grateful that she took that time and invested in herself and made herself.
It's saying yes to yourself, right? And giving yourself permission to do that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And she said she'd never ever do it any different. She said, you know,
Okay.
what I did for her was just, yeah, amazing. So that's awesome in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For
So
sure
she
to
really,
have that and long-term success, which is wonderful, right? So that it continues on. It's not just a quick fix and then
yeah,
it's a
no,
lifestyle and a
yeah,
choice.
yeah. And since I've moved from Nanaimo to Kelowna, any of my clients there are still either they've joined a gym or they still work out at home or they still do a lot of the stuff that I've taught them to do. They still reach out to me and go, hey, I still do this, or hey, remember that? Or if I share a memory on Facebook. So it still really warms my heart to know that I made that impact on their life and that they're still doing some of that stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so I was browsing on your website and I see that your website also has a store. So how important is it for us women to reward ourselves as we reach our goals?
I think it's very important that because we don't do it very often. We always put everybody in front of ourselves. So I think it's really important that we do celebrate our wins, no matter how big or small. And when we hit some little milestones, yeah, it's important to, bling ourselves up or buy that, gym bag or whatever it may be, whatever your thing is. And my store has, some gym bags, some little glittery stuff to make you feel good, right? When you start losing that weight or you start looking in the mirror at yourself differently, it's kind of nice to put some decorations on.
And so the items that you have in your store, why have you chosen those ones?
Well, as we know, I'm a big pink girl. So a lot of the stuff is, well, there are other colors, but a lot of it is pink. Just, yeah, it's pretty. I love pretty things. Hoping that other women can see the value in the pretty things. And the bags are amazing. I think they're versatile. There's gym bags and dog walking bags and travel bags. Yeah, you just can't go wrong with bags.
So you're always carrying something as a female.
Right? Exactly. So why not get one with lots of pockets and zippers and compartments?
Right? Yeah. Because they just don't make all pants with pockets anymore. They should.
No,
It should
they
be a
don't.
rule.
Right? It should be. Yeah, dresses should have pockets.
Right. And so how can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram. I'm Sue Pink Power Lady. And on Facebook, I'm Susan Dawson on Facebook. They can either follow either those two. I think those are two of the best ways to get a hold of me. Yeah, on my Instagram, there is a link tree that takes you to other places where you can contact me or my accolades and a fitness forum. So I think Instagram, Sue Pink Power Lady, is the best way to find me.
And if you follow her on Facebook, you get to see her lovely sidekick, Maximus, who is the highlight of her life, besides her children. But I mean, come on.
Yeah, the adults.
The dogs always win.
I don't see them very much anymore. So when I see him every day, so yeah, he's the most important in my life. So we're off to the dog park soon in the dark, but hey, it's still fun.
There you go. At least it's not that cold out there. That wind is a little chilly, but it's not too cold out there. So
Layers.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. It was lovely to have you on. And I hope that most people reach out to you because she is the Pink Power Lady and definitely is always
coming. Any of your goals, we start now to get on that wagon to get our goals and set ourselves for success in January. So,
that's right. And you'll always have fun with Sue. No matter what you're doing, you'll always have fun. So. All right. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you.